Henry Wells and William G. Fargo. Both working as New York expressmen in the 1800s, joined forces with business partners in 1845, extending their operations into the United States. Upon 1850, Henry Wells and William G. Fargo founded the American Express Company, becoming widely popular due to the demand for express services following the gold rush of 1848. Due to consumer migration in February of 1853, both Wells and Fargo decided to once again expand their business, but to wherever their customers transitioned to. Not receiving the support from their board of directors, it was decided that Wells and Fargo should venture on their own to grow a joint stock company. Shortly after, on March 18, 1852, Wells Fargo and Company became a reality, holding 12 offices by 1853. Today, Wells Fargo accomplishes the same amount of customer satisfaction by having goals to become the financial services leader, pulling promises directly from Wells Fargo itself. Goals that make their operations the way they are consist of these. Much like any other bank, products that Wells Fargo provides its community are personal, business, and commercial accounts, credit and debit cards, informational CDs, loans, lines of credit, digital investing, and so much more. Services that Wells Fargo provide to their consumers are amenities such as investing and wealth solutions, relationship programs, payroll services for small businesses, international services, industry expertise services, and even access to economic commentary reports, indicators, and additional publications. These services allow Wells Fargo to employ people of all different kinds of backgrounds, and with each department comes its own opportunity to maximize productivity.
Motivation within the workplace. Wells Fargo lives by the term, good communication yields quality relationships. According to Wells Fargo's website, How to Motivate Employees, they invest heavily in their employees. Wells Fargo has figured out that by investing in its people, it is creating happier and longer lasting workplaces. They do this by welcoming employees in with open arms and ensuring that they meet each person of their team. They are then armed with supplies to get them ready for their career. They have their employees attend seminars and workshops to learn new skills and provide learning mentors to guide them in their careers. They spend money on these activities to encourage employees to stay with them in the long term and perhaps be promoted internally instead of hiring externally. In 2016, Wells Fargo came under heat for its unethical sales practices, such as employees opening fraudulent accounts to make harsh quotas. This led to about 5,000 people being fired, and the company paid a fine of $190,000. Due to this, Wells Fargo had to figure out how to ensure that this did not happen again while also motivating its employees. Wells Fargo now provides three types of incentives: intangible incentives, tangible incentives, and experiential rewards. Intangible incentives are incentives like recognition, praise, and access to better leads or time off. Tangible incentives are material objects like money bonuses or a physical prize. Experiential incentives provides individuals with experiences such as fishing trips, lunch, or dinner with the boss, and even taking high performers skydiving. Wells Fargo's communication channels are pretty neat. They are determined to keep employees up to date on information within the company. Wells Fargo ensures that their employees hear any kind of information first before it breaks to any media outlets. This allows them to have a personal relationship and feel better interconnected with their coworkers and the company itself. They also utilize online platforms and forums to comment on information and stories within their online portals. According to a survey done, Wells Fargo employees preferred for information to be regular and consistent, and the company started sending out emails every Tuesday. They also use credible speakers such as CEOs, managers, and other well-known people within the company to make sure that employees know that they are accessible and real people. They encourage emotional connection between teams as well. When this happens, it can lead to loyalty to the company and ensures that people think twice before leaving it.
If desired to contain the oversight of operational aspects within the company, it is recommended managers from outside of one's own region are selected to complete the review. This should be completed beyond just the lowest levels of management, but is not necessarily needed to be done at the highest levels. Another potential path to providing internal oversight is through the formation of a component of the company with the sole purpose of reviewing operational aspects and ensuring operational integrity. External oversight is the most partisan approach to this task. These are outside companies or organizations which review the information within the company's data to determine if there exist any deviations from standard practice. One of the biggest components of the 2016 scandal was the creation of additional accounts for customers which were then validated by deceptive means by employees. As is done for sensitive information within the Department of Defense, there should exist a two-person verification process for the creation of any accounts or the execution of any financial services. The process of implementation may require greater resource utilization or even the employment of greater customer service representatives. But the security of customers' information is viewed as being worth the potential increase in expenditures. The implementation of this two-person integrity process can be done with the resources in place, but again, it is suggested it be completed by those outside of a given region, as they will have no direct association with the managers of the area. Wells Fargo is a global juggernaut in the banking industry and has maintained their prominence since the mid-1800s. Their recent innovations to provide proper motivation and an integrity system can help ensure that the fraudulent acts of 2016 never happen again.